Hello, editing Carla coming to you from the soft office, in other words my bed, which is quite often where I sit to edit most videos these days. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to part 2 of my Great January Declutter, in which I am attempting to find 10 items every day in my house to get rid of in January to give us a total of minimum 300 by the end of the month. Should be 310, shouldn't it? It's 31 days in January. But also some days I'm finding more than 10. I just thought before I show you this next 8 days worth, I would answer a couple of questions I had on the first video. So Julie Brooke asks, are the other householders on board with this? I'm not throwing away their stuff. I'm only throwing away my own stuff. If they choose to throw away their stuff, that'd be great. But I'm not going around throwing away other people's belongings. So they're not against me doing it, but they're not particularly involved either. They can throw away their own stuff. And then Laurie says, hi Carla, getting rid of 10 items a day is a great idea. But if you've already started, I'm reading it off the laptop. But if you've already started clearing out a drawer, why not finish the entire drawer and then organise it? At least you have your 10 items, but why not finish what you started and have one organised space? Well, in last week's video, there were 2 drawers that I attacked in that video. The first drawer that I started on, I didn't have time to do that entire drawer that time. We were literally going out. And I suddenly remembered that I hadn't actually started it was the 1st of January and I hadn't even started my January challenge. So I remembered that I needed to do it, rush downstairs to find 10, and I wouldn't have had time to do that drawer. The second drawer that I did in that video was the sideboard drawer. That's Darcy shaking her head behind you. I did the sideboard drawer, and I did actually do that entire drawer. But overall, the reason I'm going to go and tidy out that drawer is because if the job is too large, I will not start it. If the job is overwhelming, I just don't begin. I just don't do it. Which is why I've broken this challenge down into 10 items at a time. Because 10 items seems manageable. 10 items is a little bite-sized thing that I can go and attack. I can open a cupboard and go, are there 10 things in here that I don't need, and pull them out and get rid of them. Whereas if I've got to do the whole lot, it's too much. And if it feels like too much, I just don't begin. So yeah, thanks for your comment. I got loads of views on the first video. People love watching other people get rid of their rubbish, apparently. And here we go with another 8 days worth. Hello, I've got 2 lots of 10 for you today. Today is day 10, and yesterday I got all of my 10 items out and put them on the desk, and then I forgot to record. So I've got yesterday's 10 and today's. So yesterday's are this tie-dye kit. I don't know why I bought it. I don't know why I've got it. I've never used it. That can go to the charity shop. This long roll of ribbon. I don't know why I've got that. Should that go to the charity shop? I suppose a crafter might use it. Is it useful? I don't know. It's a long roll of braided ribbon. An old lip salve that's been in the drawer for a very long time. That's going to go in the bin. That's 3. A mobile phone camera protector. It is for my current phone, but I can't get on with them at all. I find them just too bulky on the back of the phone. So that's going to go in the bin because I can't send that to the charity shop as it is. So that's 4. An empty jewellery box, which I used to use when I took photos of jewellery. I don't know. Is that worth sending to the charity shop? I don't know. Is that just junk? Part of me says it's junk, but I don't know. That makes 5. A little zip-up purse with a C on it that's very, very old and grubby and faded and isn't any good to anyone. That's 6. A shoulder strap with a little purse attached that you put on your phone or whatever that I bought and couldn't get on with because that's just not who I am as a person. That makes 7. I tried it, it didn't work for me. A little bag of old keys. I don't know what they are for. I don't know why I've got them. I'm pretty sure they are for nothing that we own. Shall I bin them? I'll bin them. That's 8. A travel scale that I bought and used on one holiday and have never used since and do not need any more. That can go to the charity shop. That's 9. 3 reusable shopping bags. One of them is Radley, and if I washed it, it'd be worth putting on eBay. This one is torn and can go in the bin. This one is okay and can go to the charity shop. I'm going to call them a 1 item. And how many are we up to? Now I've lost count. I've put 4 in the bin. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. That's 10 from yesterday. See, I got in a mess because I piled them up together. And then today's 10, getting a bit random now, are a fake tongue that came in a Temu order. I ordered a load of weird stuff for a video that I never ended up doing. Fake tongue. I don't think I can send a fake tongue to the charity shop. That can go in the bin. That's 1. Another empty jewel box. I will send that to the charity shop because I think people buy them to give as gifts. You know, give jewellery and gifts. So that's 2. A little paper chase pencil case that I do not use. That's 3. An unused nourishing mascara. Never been out of the box. That makes 4. Random strap for something, not sure what. That can go in the bin, that's 5. An old plastic comb. I've never used a plastic comb in my life. Where does that come from? 6. A Smile Science Professional Teeth Whitening Kit, which plainly does not work because look at my yellow teeth. That's 7. A corner rounder for crafting. I bought this because I couldn't find my creative whatever ones it is, a good brand one. And I bought this and think, oh, it just doesn't work very well. That makes... I've lost track again. How many is that? I've lost track. I know I've got more than 10 here for today, so I'll just keep going. 2 packs of yellow Post-its because I seem to have thousands of those. Some little wooden wedges. I'm not sure where they came from. They're going to go in the bin. I don't know what they're for. I do know what they're for. I don't need them. Some of the little squeezy tag things for holding bags shut. I don't use them. They can go in the bin. Definitely more than 10 by the time I finished. 3 pairs of Zinf spectacles. I was very, very lucky to work with Zinf a few years ago, and they gave me so many free pairs of spectacles for a year, and they were lovely, and I had no problem with them at all. They were great, but they are no longer the correct prescription for me. So they can go to the charity shop, and what happens with spectacles when you send them to a charity shop is they can send them off to other countries where they get re-glazed. You know, people can have them re-glazed for their correct prescription. So I have kept a couple of frames from the Zinf days, which I would hope to get reglazed for myself, but I felt like I didn't need to keep all of them. So those 3 can go to the charity shop. And a random fork and a spoon, which do not go with any of our cutlery sets. I don't know why I've got them. I don't know where they came from. Do they go to the charity shop? I suppose they do. They tend to have a box of cutlery at charity shops you can rubbish through, don't they? There we go. That is at least 10 for today. When I do the editing, I'll count back how many for today and put the number on the screen here. That's another 2 days done and another load of stuff dealt with. I need a new charity shop bag for this lot because the downstairs one is full and I need to go and drop that off. Okay, it's day 11. Here are today's 10 items that are leaving today. I've got 2 pairs of slippers. 1 are in good enough condition to go to the charity shop because they've only been worn a couple of times. 1 pair are definitely for the bin. I've got these 2 printed retro style railway posters. They can go to the charity shop, so that makes just 4 altogether. I've got a vintage ET tin with nothing in it, that's 5. 2 very rubbishy old Furbies, that's 6, 7. A Spyro the Dragon, I think that is, figurine, that's 8. A broken sellotape dispenser, that can go in the bin obviously, that's 9. And a travel cushion, that's 10. That's today's 10 done. Day 12 of getting rid of 10 items a day out of my house, and here are today's 10. I have a birthday card. I'm not entirely sure where it came from. I don't know who it was for. We obviously didn't use it. We're not going to use it. That can go in the charity. I have a little snowflake phone charm that I think gave me a Christmas cracker. I have Elmo, who does not talk no matter how many times you change his batteries. I've got this expired reed diffuser that's covered in dust. That can go in the bin. And then I've got a candle I think was gifted to me. I've never lit it. I'm not a very candle person because I forget to blow them out and I'm worried about the fire risk. So that I'm going to sort the dust out on the top of it and then that go to the charity shop. That's going in the bin, obviously. I've got this blender that came in a bag full of stuff from the car boot sale. I want to sell the other stuff that was in the bag, but I don't need this. That can go to the charity shop. All the bits are there. There's a random little lunchbox thing that can go in the bin because it's only cheap quality. And then there's 3 pairs of earrings to make us up to 10. I've gone through my earring rack and gone, I don't wear these 3 for various reasons. So that makes us up to the 10 items for today. Okay, here's 10 things for today to go. I have got this fried egg spatula, which is actually too thick to comfortably pick up a fried egg with, believe it or not. I've got this fold-up colander, which seems like it would be a good idea until it's inconvenient because you've got both hands full and you can't flap it out. I've got this palette knife. I'm not sure why we've got it. We've got about 4 palette knives. It doesn't have a hole in to hang it up by, so it's inconvenient. I've got this spatula that nobody reaches for because it's discoloured, so that can go. Got this mandolin, which I bought, hung up on the wall. Nobody's taken it down the wall, off the wall to use it since. It's been like 2 years. I've got a very cruddy air fryer magazine and an almost equally cruddy slow cooker book. And then I've got these labels, which I found just down the back of the fridge, so we obviously didn't need them very urgently. and 2 egg holders for the fridge. We're just not egg holder people. I've tried to be an organised fridge receptacle person. It doesn't work. So it's just not us. That's today's 10 items. I'm not sure what day we're on, possibly day 14. Anyway, here are today's 10 items I'm getting rid of. I've got conditioner and shampoo. We don't use this range anymore. They can go to the charity shop. They're full. This is a little strap that I was supposed to sew back onto Darcy's coat, and Darcy's coat has now gone in the bin, so why I'm keeping the strap is anybody's guess. That makes 4. These are breast milk storage bags. I bought them in fill a bag. I thought I would list them on eBay. I realised the box was open, and then I thought perhaps people wouldn't use them with the box being open for hygiene purposes. So I brought them down to the kitchen thinking perhaps I would put gravy in them for the freezer or something, but they're not very big. So I don't quite know what to do with those. I guess I'll put them in the charity shop bag and the charity shop can decide what to do with them. And then I've got some ladies' things that are not needed because we have changed brand or whatever we use or whatever. So those are done. I've got this ladies' thing storage tin for your handbag. I've got a pair of measuring spoons. I know I don't need these, and do you know how I know? Because I found them down the back of the fridge covered in dust. So if I needed them, I'd have noticed they were missing sooner. There is this, which I think is for grooming dogs, and I'm sure the dogs don't like it. And there's these 3 Top Life Puppuccino cuts. We don't need those. They're just additional plastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 if you count that bit of rubbish. That's today done. Okay, for today's 10 items, I have been through my pan cupboard and come up with this little selection. Firstly, I've got 2 ice cube trays. We now have an ice cube maker. We no longer need ice cube trays. So that's 1, 2 items. I've got this. I'm not sure what it's for, whether it's for cakes or what, but I do know I don't use it, so that makes 3. This is a silicone bundt tin, which I also do not use. I'm not a bundt person. That makes 4. This roasting tray is definitely beyond its better days. That makes 5. And this little fruit chopper, I just use a knife. I don't know why I thought I would use it, because I don't. I just use a knife. That makes 6. I've got a tiny little oval pie dish, which I'm not going to use. That's 7. This is one of those turntable things. We don't need it. We have sufficient turntablage already in the house. That makes 8. This is another dish, which as you can see, the peeling has come off now and it's all rusty and awful. And I have another one the same anyway. So that makes 9. And then I found this fridge liner, which allegedly keeps fruit and veg fresher for longer. I've used one before. It doesn't seem to make any difference. I don't know why I've got that one. That makes 10. That's today's little lot. That one can go in the bin. Those can go to the charity shop. I think those can go in the bin. Well, they've got, actually what they'll do is they'll go for the scrap man. The scrap man will take those. Charity shop. Charity shop. Charity shop. Okay. Oh, and that one. Charity shop. For today's 10 items, I am going to be attacking this food cupboard. This is one of 2 food cupboards. That one is also a food cupboard. This is where we keep things like baking supplies and stuff like that, but there's also old snacks and things. I'm sure there's out of date stuff. So we're going to have a rummage in this cupboard and see what we can get rid of from here. Okay, those are only just out of date. They're porridge pots and they're only just out of date. I'm going to put them back in. We can probably eat them in the next couple of days. Okay, that's literally only 1 shelf, 1 and a bit shelf, so I'm going to be able to come back tomorrow and get at least another 10 because this is today's out-of-date food. This is disgusting. For example, almond milk, 8th of June last year, not open. Sea salt crackers, they've gone stale. October last year, Toastums. Fulfill bars, these were expensive. Excuse the kettle in the background. These were really expensive and yet I've let them go out of date. There's at least 4 or 5 there. That's probably like 10 quid's worth of food just in my hand, and they're out of date. And then other skinny bars. I have a problem with out of sight, out of mind. I have a problem with if it isn't visible, I forget it exists. So when I put stuff away in the cupboards, I forget it's there. I just don't even go back and eat it. Ridiculous. Entire bag of toffees that went out of date last June. I never even opened them. Loads and loads of stuff. Crisps, Soreen bars. These were tucked away at the back. I presume that fell down the back some because those are sandwich thins, or at least they were. That's just a bag of mould. Must have fallen down the back and people didn't know they were there. So yeah, some of this is Natalie's. It's out of date. It's going. I make an executive decision. A lot of it is mine. I've only done one shelf, and I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 29 items leaving my house. I'm going to get these cupboards under control if it kills me.